expect.
Samantha, thank you. A fiery crash that started with a South Fulton police officer chasing a stolen car. It ended when he struck a white van carrying 6 people. 3 of them died. 11 Alive's Elvin Lopez has been following the story for weeks. She sat down with the police chief to talk about a new pursuit policy and how a fellow officer jumped into action to save his colleague.
Officer Blaylock is back at work. He's doing very well now. He didn't sustain any injuries during the course of the accident. He did have some smoke inhalation from the fire that occurred.
As for Officer Walker,
well, he's had some challenges. As you might well know, he was injured during the chase as well. And so we're trying to make sure that we give him all of the support that he needs to ultimately come back to work one day.
But for now, he's on paid administrative leave while Georgia State Patrol investigates the incident. And now a new pursuit policy.
I actually rewrote the policy shortly after taking office here in the month of September, which was nearly 2 months prior to the incident.
It wasn't vetted, approved, and implemented until November 27th, 16 days after the incident. As for whether or not it could have saved 3 lives.
Right now, I think it's a little premature to speculate on whether or not that would have prevented this particular accident.
The new pursuit policy prohibits officers from chasing stolen cars, but there's a chance the revised policy would have allowed Walker to go on that chase.
The vehicle, if it was taken from the immediate presence of the victim, then it would be considered hijacking of a motor vehicle, in which case it would be a forcible felony. And in this particular case, we have been able to determine that the victim was in the immediate presence of the vehicle at the time that it was taken.
Now, it's important to point out that all of this is still under investigation, and there are 2 big questions here. Was it hijacking of a motor vehicle or theft? Also, did the officer have his sirens and lights on at the time of the chase? That's a question we'll get into at 6. In the newsroom, I'm Elvin Lopez.